Hello and welcome back to Marwell Manor. So we're back on our combine job today here. We've just filled one trailer full up, which we're now taking to the silo. But we've had a phone call from the dealers. We ordered a new trailer a while back and it's finally arrived. So I'm going to be dropping this trailer off in the shed here. And just nipping up the shop to pick our new one up. So we also got a new bucket waiting for us up there. So come to the time where we can spend a little bit of money at the moment. Like with some other machine we look at changing in the near future, but we shall see what comes up our way. See what takes our fancy. Always got to look to expand where we can. So we'll actually leave this outside for now, sheeted up. The dealers have asked us not to go in the back way off our fields. Rather we went out that way and went in off the road. So we have to go around the long way this time. I was just afraid we might track some mud in the yard off the fields out the back there. Which is understandable. So we've finished clearing all our bales up. Unfortunately we had to take the stack down and move it. The local busybodies decided they didn't like it where we put it, so it's had to be moved, as per usual. So typical when we get the newcomers in the area. They decide they don't like how things are done, we have to cater to them for quiet life. So we got 125 bales off that field, which wasn't bad at all. We decided we'd bale the whole lot on the end and wrap them, so 125 should keep our cows going for quite a long while, which is very good. It's the first time you've been this way with me while we've been following my story on here. Might go into the dealership, which isn't too much further down here, and pick up our new trailer. Oh, so it seems they've got a combine in here as well. That's interesting. I know we said we wouldn't think of changing the combine. I just took the trailer up and we'll have a look at that. Come and speak to someone, see if that's a demo machine or what it is. But this is our new trailer. So not much bigger than one we've got, but it's nice to have a second trailer on the farm. This one's a bit kitted out better with the sheet and everything. Oh. 9 metres, we're only 7.5 at the minute. Lexian 670. Some good tyres on it. I think I better just go and have a word in the shop. Right, so let me just have a chat with someone here and I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so we've had a chat with the salesman. This combine's available for demo, so we'd be silly not to take a look at it. So what we're going to do is run our tractor and trailer back down to our field. We'll come and get the bucket again later time with the Vulture and loader, because we don't need that at the moment. Like I said, it's not in their way at the moment. So we can go out the back way here. And then we'll pop back up and grab the Lexion. Take a look at it. See how it performs on our field of barley over here. It's 1.5 meters wider than what we've got, so it'll speed proceedings up if we decide to go down that route. John Deere combine moved here with us from the previous farm. But we've only got this little block in here we were going to leave for straw, the rest is going to be chopped, is the plan. We'll leave this parked here and we'll have a quick wander back up the shop for that other combine so we can have a look at. So currently we don't actually own these adjoining fields here. That situation may change over the coming few weeks. We'll always look to expand where we can on here. And if we like this combine, we'll have a decision to make. Trade in the T series or give back the Lexion. So given there's a chance for a bigger combine, we'd be a bit silly not to look at this, especially as we think we want to expand our acreage. If we do expand, we're going to need to make good use of time. The bigger combine would allow us to do that. So I said just take it. They went through it with us over here. So that should spin round in here alright. Take this across to our field and see how we get on with it. So they've told us it's got GPS fitted as well, so we aren't going to lose out if we get rid of ours in that respect. It's just a lot bigger combine. More horsepower, wider cut, and a bigger grain tank on it. So I always had a bit of an interest in the class combines, but never actually had the chance to try one out. This would be his next demo one as well, so it's almost new but a bit cheaper. Hopefully our John Deere won't sulk too much if it sees this in the field. It's times like this where it's a shame we don't have a second driver to be able to run both of them if that's the case. Get this combine unfolded. Try and finish this little bit off through here first, I think. we get on with it. I did say if we thought 30 foot or 9 metre header was too wide, there was a second hand 7.5 metre one, but that wouldn't gain us anything staying to the same size header. You can get a 9 metre one about easy enough on our farm. First impressions are quite good with it. Nice clean sample going in the grain tank. So if we like it, we'll see if we can strike a deal on it. We'll have a new combine coming home, or new to us. So far, when we sort of think the change that the Alexians what were coming up locally with big 760, 770, 780 models. There's no way we could justify one of them on this farm. Not at the moment. Certainly quicker. And going up down the field, we're taking another, well, just over 3 metres to what we would do normally, or 3 metres exactly to what we normally would. So that's where we'd make time up with this. There's a strong chance we may trade in the John Deere against this. First impressions. As we're down this end, then the trailer. We go back up there. Have to try chopping the straw as well, make sure it's powerful enough to do that bit. Maybe we should have dropped the other trailer in the field as we know we could be bringing this back with us. Engage the chopper when we get up the top. Good test for a combine. Let's see if it's got enough horsepower. Put the straw chopper in and a good crop. straw chop engages in the cab, which is handy. Just start going up and down the field now, see what happens. So far so good. Cut ourselves a bit out around this pole. Definitely thought I'll be hitting the pole with the demonstration combine. They would never forgive us for that. That cost us dearly as well. See what they're going to offer us for our John Deere, really. They know it's been well looked after, not done a extremely high amount of hours on here. Chopper certainly does a good job. Spreads it to the full width of the header. Very important if we ever mintle anything, that is. Good coverage with the chopper, in fact. No complaints on that front. Doing a nice job. So I have to get this straw baled up here. And this field will probably be direct drilled with oilseed rape, I think is the plan at the moment. Still rumours circulating of another farm coming up for sale in the area. Don't want to exhaust our financial capabilities at the moment, but be nice to acquire that if it comes onto the market. There's only one field comes with it. Still going to help our acreage. It's a bit different to drive than the Deere, so we might miss the odd bit here and there. And we'll get them anyway. Very empty out when we get down the other end, if we get that far. to empty the trailer as well, I'd imagine. Have a full tank out of that combine. Oh, 2/3 of a tank full out of this one so far, must be getting full. Be a bit careful. This one that's got a bit of an end throw auger on this. Right, we're going to empty our trial and leave that running. Good load in there again. I think this trailer holds about the same as that other one we've got. If we ever get into a really heavy crop, we can have 2 trailers in the field with us, if needs be. Save running about so much. So the baler's down in the workshop, that's all been serviced, ready to go onto the straw again. It's a lot more substantial trailer this one is than the little one we've got, or the shorter bodied one should I say. It's good to have new toys on the farm every once in a while. At least we have got a bigger combine that enables to take on some contract jobs as well if we so wish. Which could come in handy. It's always good if there's an extra source of income we could explore. Alright, let's carry on with this. Isn't too much left on this field now. Especially with this combine, it shouldn't take so long. So we didn't need to leave all this field for straw. Cows don't use that much really. A couple of bales a week probably, if that's it. The small number we've got at the moment. No sense having tons and tons of bales stacked up in our sheds. A, it's a fire risk, and B, it's taking up shed space we could use for other things. Turn to the right this time, probably go down that other side, I think. Combine certainly handles everything alright. So I can feel a bit of a spend coming on here. Might have a chat with a couple of neighbours as well. See if there is any likelihood of contracting to be done. Don't particularly want a rotary combine on this farm as we keep the straw. I know the modern ones are better than the older ones for not smashing it up so much, but trouble is we go a big rotary, it could well do that. Not too straight down this side. So this is one of the biggest straw walker combines class make. There is an option to go to a 12 metre cutter bar if we wish at some point. I think 9 is big enough for now, given the grain tank size and our field size. This one's known as a 6 straw walker combine. About 430 horsepower here. So considerably bigger than our John Deere in that respect. There is a track option on this range of combines. That's whatever we can find at the right price, and this is probably going to work out the right price for us. And Mercedes engines on this range as well, which is good. You know they're fairly reliable. He does 30k on the road, whereas the John Deere does 40. But quite frankly, it's very rare we go on the road with the combines here. Certainly 2 fields we've got at the moment on practically in the farmyard. So there isn't miles of road work to do. So you don't actually gain anything by having a 40k combine. If you're travelling further afield, well, that's a different story. When you're practically in your own backyard, it's not a big issue to us. Quite frankly, with the drivers on the road around here, we're better off not going to 40k with this. Get down the bottom again, we'll empty out, I think. If we get all the way down there. Should get some good money for the barley. And we're due to be paid our annual payment soon as well, which should help if that's on time. Of course, if we could pick some contract work up from the neighbours by having a bigger combine, so much the better. You see lots of fit fields, but not many combines going in the area. As we're fairly new to this area, probably past to ask around, see if anyone needs a hand. For a fee, of course. Generous, but not that generous. These things don't run on fresh air. Just empty this out. At the minute, the way things look, I think we'll be having a Lexion on the farm. The John Deere may be going. We've got a new trial. Looks like we may have a new combine as well. Empties out fairly fast anyway. Let that come in a bit so you don't risk clipping that pole with it. That takes some explaining to the dealers. Imagine that, Phil. Well, excuse me, I just bent the auger on your demo combine. Demo combine, which I think is about to become our combine, shall I say. So at least we got this combine. We sort of future-proofed our business a little bit if we need to upgrade the header at some point too. As John Deere's already sort of pretty much on the limits what we can sensibly put on that. What they'd recommend we sensibly put on it anyway. I know that can take a 30, but it's finding a 30-foot header for it would be one thing. We missed a small bit there last time, not for long. So we're 9 meters here, so every 6 ends we do with this will be equivalent to 7 with the John Deere. So it's definitely going to save time. It doesn't sound like much gaining that extra one every 6 ends, but it'll add up to stuff when we get on the bigger field. You need to remember that at the minute the field next door came to us as fallow land, and that's cropped. That's a big field there, several acres in that field. Oops. No one saw that. Always happen when you're being watched. Haven't managed to get the GPS to work on this yet, so we might have to have a word with the dealers about that. Just check it's been activated. If we decide to keep it, they may have deactivated it on here. I'll have to have a word with them. They did tell us it was GPS ready and did have it. We're actually not using it at the moment, and do it the old fashioned way by eye. The rest of the field with the John Deere was done with satellite. Have another round in there probably. Hopefully get back down the field again. So performing well this combine. Alright, we'll feel me, I'll go get all the way back down the field this time. Not too worried about how many beaters the combine's got, because we work by ourselves most of the time on here. So as if we need to alert trailer drivers in all directions as to where we are and how full we are. We're going to run out of luck in a minute. Looks like that grain tank. We managed to get all the way down. Wasn't expecting to get that far. So I don't think we'll get any further with it. Forces are at work again today with the planes. The trailer's full again. Can we get the rest of this in the combine is the question. Hopefully. I'll have to have a think about what we're going to do with this. Return it or keep it and return our John Deere. Trade that in. We've got first refusal on this one if you want it. The dealers are keen to get into the farm basically. We'd love to start selling some machinery because all ours came with us from the previous farm. So we haven't actually bought anything yet. I think as we start to buy machinery off, and they're keen to get us to buy more with the trailer and load the bucket. I can smell our money. Just a small bit left down the other end then. Small bit there we missed. Right on the limit to its width, unfortunately. Always get a little bit somewhere when you haven't run on satellite, unfortunately. Look at the joystick in this combine. It's as good as the one in the John Deere, if not slightly better in some respects. I think we've got some thinking to do. Do we trade in or do we stay with what we've got? I'm leaning towards trade in myself at the moment. Get ourselves a bigger combine when it's available. These low-hourred ones don't come up very often. Not this sort of size. It'd be silly not to buy it. Let's see if we need to buy any tractors or anything at the moment. We won't really want to buy a combine, but that's beside the point. When the right deal will come up, and it is the right deal, we'll take it. Let's get a little bit. Right. Out. We'll leave this thing parked there and have to go and empty our trailer again. Certainly a nice combine. Selection 670. Straw chopper and chaff spreaders. Got 3 D sieves on there as well for the side slopes, which is a useful addition. So, let's have a think on what we do here. Keep this combine, see how little it's done because the paint is still on the cutting table. So, and trade this one in. Oh, I'm leaning towards buying the Lexion at the minute, so I'll have some thinking to do for you next join me on here. So that's where I'll leave this one. So I'll say thank you for watching this video. Please remember to drop us a like on here if you do, it all helps, and I will see you next time. Goodbye for now.